Welcome to Norfolk, Virginia, home of the Old Dominion Monarchs, and we are close to a full house here as the fans believe that this team is close to keeping their promise. We've got a sensational matchup for you. Fans have been filing in and getting ready for this game. As we'll see, the UConn Huskies taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Old Dominion Monarchs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. UConn will deliver the opening kickoff, and we'll get this game going. And he's going to bring it out. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. The Monarchs offense will take the field first. And for their sake, they better hope they've solved some of the turnover and protection issues that just... them in a nightmare of a game last week, David.
It was not a good performance, and this offense has got to grow. It's got to get better, and they've got to find some ways to move the football. They've got to throw the football, but we can't turn it over. Jesse, those are the critical mistakes. More games are lost than won, and last week, too many turnovers for this quarterback.
Well, they just had too many negative plays and too many turnovers in that game to win. They believe they've got the dudes offensively to win games so long as they stay on schedule. But when you're going backwards and you're giving the offense on the other side more possessions because you turn it over, that's a recipe for disaster, and that's something they have to be able to avoid in this game.
They'll try to bully their way for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And I think that was step one for this offense. You didn't want to start backed up, but you did on this first drive. Nice job getting that first down, creating a little bit more space. Now I look to see if they get back on script, maybe get aggressive and see what this offense does today.
A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. The Monarchs come to the line in the hurry-up.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now, get ready for another one.
Just gashing this defense, a big gainer to the 40-yard line.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. No more than that. From the gun, the ground game. They get him on the ground at the 33, but not before he picks up 6. The 7th play of this opening drive, they'll need to move the chains on 3rd and short. can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. And the Monarchs will punt this one away.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
So UConn's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football game. That's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others. They got to help him out. They got to play on schedule, not make those mistakes, and guys really play well around him.
Yeah, David, the one thing quarterbacks don't want to be referred to as is a game manager, but that's really more what this guy is. You're right. They have to be able to run the football. They can't turn it over. They got to play great defense. If they do that in this game, he's good enough to get this win.
Finds his man. It's Carter. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. And the Huskies come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Looking downfield, it's McDonald. Finds the tight end. Good, solid pickup on that one, and they've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs late.
Oh, he's got some space. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys, they're good with it after the catch. They got that quickness. They got that speed, and he showed some of it there. That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Extending the play. Throwing on the run. Got it inside the 10. Run out of bounds just before he could get it into the end zone, and now they're set up 1st and goal. The Huskies started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And he'll be stuffed. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run. Not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense, knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Motion from the back. Looking to pass. It's McDonald. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Hey, man, it's hard to throw down here in the red zone. These windows are tiny and they close fast. So there was nowhere to go in the end zone there. That time having to check it down. A nice job by the defense rallying and making a tackle.
Big fella moving. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was, but now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, UConn.
And the offense doesn't bat an eye. They'll stay on the field and try to score from the 1 on 4th down. to the tight end. He was angling for that pylon, and the defense stopped him short on 4th and goal. Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Finds a crevice and picks up 5 out to the 8. The Monarchs want to crank the tempo. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Fires to the big fella. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. As they get set to snap. Just about to reach the end of the quarter. Looking to throw on 1st down. Caught in the backfield. It's Butler. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We're through 1 period, and these receivers are showing out big time. Take a look at the stats. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. Short completion last play. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking to fire. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. Lost to throw again. Throwing right. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Monarchs will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. The UConn offense goes back to work. They'll try the run. He'll be stopped at the 44, knocked out of bounds there.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it up to 14.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got to be able to...
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Oh, and he's able to get it back and saves himself a rear end chewing.
And those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
Fires to the right. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass D.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense has just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Southern Miss is having its way offensively, just marching up and down that field at a breathtaking pace. They're up by 21 over Arkansas State. Anything can happen down the stretch here in the Sun Belt. It's why we're here to keep you posted, fellas.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Coming out on first down with the play fake. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
Hopefully that's not going to affect the quarterback's confidence going back to this guy later. That was a catch he should have made. He dropped it. Let's see what the QB does moving forward.
Oh, better look out. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. It's caught downfield. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. A long game and a first down. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. And he'll be marked down, but what a play to come up with that interception.
Well, coming into this game, this offense knew that points were going to be at a premium. If you can't score touchdowns down here in the red zone, you at least got to come away with field goals, but you can't do that if you're throwing interceptions. That's just poor execution by the offense.
And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Dropping back, it's McDonald. Just a short pass to the tight end. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone. Make them execute and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
Got it in the middle, it's Burton. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. UConn comes to the line after getting another first down. Making side adjustments here. Wants to go up top on first down. That's caught. It's Nimrod. At the 45 on his way. Turning on the Jets. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Huskies. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0. Off play action on first down. And the defense making a play and getting a hand on that pass.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
You run the slant route day one, and this is something that the quarterback and the wide receiver has done 100 million times out there on the field in the offseason. I see man-to-man coverage. I know I can run the slant. Boom, stick my foot in the ground, throw it, completion to my wide receiver.
He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Get it out on the screen.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs, and they're certainly going to line him up in different places and even throw him the football. But the screen game's a big part of it, too. They're trying to get him going there.
Quickly out to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. On third down, he drops to throw. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself? It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. To the air on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Butler. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Back to pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Butler. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Pulls it in. It's Johnson. He gets it to the 38-yard line, but this defense forces a fourth down. The Monarchs line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. UConn going back to work on offense. And one thing we know about this junior signal caller, he is capable of putting on an aerial show. The passing game absolutely firing on all cylinders, and best of all, they've protected the football. Back to pass, it's McDonald. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. A return there would have just been icing on the cake. They'll just have to settle for the cake at the 23.
And that's a play the defense absolutely had to have. They've given up some big plays in this first half, and they're down on the scoreboard right now. Something positive needed to happen. Maybe that's the interception that changes the momentum in this game. It's now up to their offense to try and score some points here before the first half ends.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
If they're going to sit back in zone, I'm going to make sure I know exactly what they're doing, find those holes, find those crossing patterns, and take advantage of that zone coverage.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And this is the part of the field, man, you really got to have a plan because these windows get smaller and you're trying to fit that ball into the end zone. It's difficult to do. Quarterback, receivers, they got to be on the same page.
He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. Into the end zone. Touchdown, ODU. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? To the air, it's McDonald. He's going to throw deep right side. He's got it inside the 25. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. So they'll send out the field goal unit. After making one field goal, he'll need a little distance on. This one a 40-yard try coming. And this one is perfect. The lead now 6 here in the second. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer.
I know they're trailing going into the locker room here at halftime, but kicking that field goal gives them a little bit of a jolt, a little bit of a boost of momentum that they can carry with them into the second half. And there's a lot of football left to go here. I can't wait to see what happens.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A memorable first half of football so far today in Norfolk. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line.
And he's coming out of the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The UConn offense goes back to work. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. To throw, it's McDonald. Fires to the big fella. Turning it on. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Now, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. It's complete to the left. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
You know, oftentimes these slot receivers, they're not the biggest guys in the world, but they're really good at finding the open spaces in the middle of the field. And you saw that guy attack the defense in the perfect spot, making life easy for his QB.
Makes a grab past the marker. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down.
And that is the advantage of having versatility at the running back position, right? It's 4th down. Everyone in the stadium thinks he's going to get the handoff, but because of his ability to catch the football, he's a weapon in the passing game. And on a critical down and distance like that, comes up with a huge first down.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Defense holds their ground, pick up of a yard. It's at the 26. hustling ahead on 3rd and short. They make the tackle, but they'll move the chains, and it's a first down for UConn. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They'll run it from the gun. There he goes. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football, and you got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
And I like the defense being aggressive. They heated up that RPO. He didn't even give him time to read it. I'm getting in the backfield right now, making a play, being aggressive, bringing the fight to the offense.
He's got it and still on his feet. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. He's got it. They will score. Touchdown, Huskies. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead. Now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
Makes the grab in the end zone for the 2 as they extend the lead.
And it's more common to throw for the 2-point conversion than it is to run anymore. So you practice these a lot. You could tell. Nice timing, nice rhythm, in sync, nice 2-point conversion.
Out of the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Well, we've seen this offense struggle early in this game, protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they'd made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues keeping this guy standing up straight. Up front, they're just getting beat across the board.
He's got him. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
And a quick shuffle pass underneath. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. From the gun, give on the inside. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. And the Monarchs racing to the line in the hurry-up. Wants to throw on 3rd. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Thomas. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. They bring the punter onto the field now. He's getting plenty of work. 4th time we've seen this guy punt it today. Now on the return. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31.
Well, we're not quite in the 4th quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. Did a nice job of it.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now it's tough sledding on the ground.
That's the end of the period, and UConn has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. The play action fake. Makes the grab on the left. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Looking to the big tight end. Finds a man on the right. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. This UConn offense really has it going. Might be calling a hot route. Looking for a man. It's McDonald. Pulls it in. It's Nimrod. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. And the Huskies come to the line with a new set of downs. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep running the football. Everything is going according to plan right now. They've been able to stay on the field. They put some nice plays together back to back to back, and they're bleeding the clock. This is exactly what you practice for situations like this. Just keep doing what you're doing.
To the ground, he's got it again. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this two-game slide. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Coming out with it, it's Johnson. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Monarchs are in the hurry-up. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He lofts one down the sideline. He's got it down the right side. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field. Looking to throw on first down. He finds a dead spot in the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain. From the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Now from inside the red zone. He's got it on the run. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Wants to throw it. Caught near the sticks. It's Brown. Touchdown, Old Dominion. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And the defense has to be able to do a better job on the back end, tackling this receiver and keeping him out of the end zone.
And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in Conference USA. Sam Houston has the lead right now. Huntsville has been jumping all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock.
This offense has it with really good field position. The give as they work on that clock. Found a little running room, and they get him stopped after a pickup of 6 to the 32. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Quick completion to the right. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
You know, timing is so important in the RPO game, especially on 3rd down. Quarterback and receiver just didn't have it there. Now it's 4th down.
Converts on 4th down, still going. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but
breaks into the open. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. The Huskies with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. And the Huskies can really attack on this 2nd and short. They want to run this quarterback. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. And with the game all but decided, this quarterback will take a knee.